Today's January 24th. My name is Scott Olney.
And I am Tanner Boyle, and this is the Viking Voyage.
I loved Cali for 2 years while I was here, and I wish I could do it all over again.
For me, it was nice because I had that foundation, I had the basic sciences. I remember going to the home basketball games, and all the students up yelling and screaming, cheering our team on.
Cali gave me an opportunity to grow.
It all started here at Cali for me.
It all starts here.
It all started at Cali.
It all started at Cali. It all starts here.
Don't forget, students, tonight the varsity girls basketball team takes on Maize South in the main gym. They play at 6:30 and 7:30. And swimming tonight is taking a trip to Maize South for their next meet.
Band members, don't forget that tonight at the girls' game, the jazz band will be performing. So if you are in jazz band, report to the band room tonight at 6. Now for a wrap-up of the sports from last week, we send it over to Sam Camp at the sports desk.
This is Sam Camp reporting live from the Winfield High School sports desk. Last Friday, the Winfield Vikings faced the Wellington Crusaders in basketball. In the boys' game, they got off to a quick start, taking a 20-5 lead at the end of the first quarter. Only 4 points in the second quarter were scored by the Vikings, making it 24-19 at halftime. The first 7 minutes of the third quarter were a struggle for both teams, as the Vikings scored 6 points and the Crusaders 7. But in the final minute of the third quarter, the Vikings pulled to a 9-point lead. The Vikings carried the momentum to the fourth quarter, outscoring the Crusaders 18-10, with the final being 55-36. As for the Lady Vikings on Friday night, they struggled, only hitting 23% of the shots from the floor. They led 19-18 at halftime. The final was 54-45. Berthoff led scoring with 9. Griffiths, McNutt, and Pingree had 8. Teal 6, Winget 4, and Rachel Bruce 2. Home game against Maize South tonight at 7:30. Be sure to attend. As for boys swimming, Jay Buffum and Jesse Hollingsworth both qualified for the state tournament in the last week. And for wrestling, the McPherson duel, Conover, Ledford, and Bailey won. And the Clearwater tournament, Conover and Ledford placed 4th. And they wrestled last night against Augusta, and results can be found in a later broadcast. From the sports desk, this is Sam Camp signing off.
Video games are a huge part of the media culture. Some video games will take us all the way from battlefields to the NFL football stadiums. Here's Sang Type reporting.
Video games are something that's hard to avoid. Here are a few gamers and their favorite game.
Well, I do play video games, and I play like whenever I get the chance, when I'm at home, whenever I'm bored, when I don't have anything to do. Mostly I play shooter games, a little bit racing games, that's about it. My favorite video game would probably be the Battlefield 4 and a little bit of Call of Duty, any Call of Duty games. Just whatever, it's fun.
I prefer Call of Duty Ghost, any type of Call of Duty, just because I like the interaction. You get to talk crap on multiplayer, so it's pretty fun.
Gaming isn't something that's usually done alone. Here are some of the people that they play with.
I'm the only one that has a PS4, so no one has any games, so I just play by myself now.
By myself, with my friends, and my family. With Kevin, most of the times.
Johnson, being one of the few people who own a PS4, explains the differences between the PS3 and the PS4.
It's not really different, but there's a big difference. On several games, the graphics are different, like big difference, and they've added a party chat thing onto it, like Xbox.
Another new option is streaming with the PS4.
Oh yeah, there's a streaming option on the PS4 where you could share stuff with other people or stream. I do that a lot. I at least get like 20 viewers in my game streaming.
Now don't get too behind on schoolwork because of your gaming habits. This is Sang Type reporting for the Viking Voyage. Done.
With so many students at Winfield High School, some changes had to be made in class schedules. For instance, I joined an underwater basket weaving class. Here's Morgan Drake reporting.
Students usually stay with the same core class teacher for the entire year. But this year, so students could take different electives, their core class teachers change. Let's see how some students feel about this. Are you switching from one class to another?
Yep.
What classes are you switching?
Math and science.
Yeah, I'm changing from Miss Young to Miss Benjon.
Yeah, I am. What classes are you switching next semester?
Geometry, going to Mr. Stern, and then I'm switching my math strategies classes right now, going back and forth.
Yes.
What classes are you switching?
English.
Who are you going to and from?
Mrs. Porter to Mrs. Horner.
Do you switch any of your core classes next semester?
Yeah, I think my math teachers are changing, and different hours too, so.
Do you think that's a good idea or a bad idea?
I think it's a bad idea.
Why do you think that?
Because I already got a relationship with the teachers I'm already with, and basically it's just like I have to start a new one. Like they have to understand who I am and if I'm joking or not or something.
Do you think that's a good idea or a bad idea?
Bad idea because some of my teachers are like really good and stuff.
I don't know. I really like Miss Young. I mean, I've done really well with her tests and stuff, and last year I didn't do too well in Miss Benjon's.
What do you think about that? Do you think it's a good idea or a bad idea?
Well, I don't know who Mrs. Horner is, so kind of scared.
I think it's good because like we get to fit more electives in. Say like we had an elective that was 1B second semester that we can't do first semester. You know, I think it's a good idea because then we can switch around our electives and get more in, be more flexible.
Do you think switching classes might be uncomfortable or hard for some people since they get used to one teacher's grading style and stuff?
Yeah, probably, and they got friends and stuff, so.
What about people who have like electives a certain hour that makes them switch classes? Do you think we should just not let them switch classes, or?
Yeah, they shouldn't switch classes.
Would you just not do the elective?
Probably.
Do you think there could be anything bad about switching classes?
If you get a different teacher that has a different teaching style, and so like say your first semester teacher teaches something different than your second semester teacher for math, that could be a whole lot different experience that could throw you off your game, but other than that, I can't really think of anything.
For the Viking Voyage, I'm Morgan Drake.
Blake Crandall has been playing hockey since he was 4 years old, where he started in Morris, Minnesota. So many miles away from the homeland of hockey, Canada, he still continues to play here in Kansas. Here's Sam Camp reporting.
Blake Crandall, Minnesota native, has played hockey his entire life, and upon moving to Kansas, he stuck with the sport. So let's hit the ice with Blake. How long have you been playing hockey?
I've been playing hockey since I was 4. I started in Minnesota.
Where in Minnesota were you at the time?
Morris, Minnesota.
How did you get started playing hockey?
When I went to daycare in Morris, like all my friends or peers would be getting ready for practice, and I was like, dang, they put on all that gear, that's so cool. And so I told my mom, I went home one day and I was like, Mom, I want to play hockey. So they signed me and Tyler up and we started.
You moved to Winfield in 2007. When first moving here, what did you think your chances were of playing hockey again?
That was one thing my parents promised us, because it was a big thing in Morris, and because we're like moving down to Kansas, my grandparents lived here and all, we're like, ooh, there's not hockey down there, and my parents said they promised us that we'd play hockey no matter where we were.
What is your weekly practice and game schedule?
We practice Tuesday through Thursday. If we're not playing on Fridays, then we'll have team dinner, but otherwise we'll play on Fridays through Sunday.
What position do you play?
I play left wing, and my job is to help the defense get the puck out of our zone, and then once we get it down to the scoring zone, create plays to score.
What do you do for your warm-up?
It's a lot different than people see, because off ice we do a lot more. We we do dry land, we do sprints, we stretch, we do a lot of yoga actually with the hockey, and ride the bike before. And then when we get on the ice, we just practice our passing, and that's pretty much it before the game, shooting.
What is your favorite part about hockey?
I really like the intensity. It's so quick. I don't think people would expect how fast it is, but I always get asked, what's up with the line changes? Why, like, how long are you out there? And I tell people 30 seconds, and they're like, 30 seconds? And I just tell them, if you're not tired in 30 seconds, then you're not doing something right.
You said that you've been playing since you were 4, which for most sports that's playing quite a while. I'm guessing that this is your last year. Do you have any plans to stay with hockey, or?
No. I mean, I love hockey. It's awesome, but it's kind of a tough sport to get into, to go to college and stuff. So I'll probably just play pickup games and just try to continue as much as I can.
For the Viking Voyage, this is Sam Camp signing off.
Thanks for watching this edition. For the Viking Voyage, I'm Scott Olney.
And I am Tanner Boyle. Hang in there till spring break and have a good weekend.
I'm the only one that has a PS